Barbora starts fast and never looks back. She takes the first set as this commentary is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and we're also covered under the Digital Millennium Act. I talked in the past how Barbora Krejcikova, she's a chess player, a very intelligent tennis player. And listen, guys, I would like, those sports science segments that they do on some of these sport networks? I would love for them to just strap a couple brain monitors on Barbora Krejcikova and just figure out what makes her tick. How can she figure out Iga Swiatek what appears to be so easily and so nonchalantly? Watching this first set, I don't even think she broke a sweat, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like when she's striking the ball, it's effortlessly. The way she can get her racket so low and return these fireballs from Iga Swiatek is just mind-boggling to me and probably many other players on tour. But her former doubles partner, who's also a career golden doubles career slam winner, Katerina Siniakova, said, Barbora loves the fastball. She loves these big moments, and she knows there's no pressure on her. So she's going to go out here and play carefree. But look at the veteran tactics. That's right. Barbora holding up Iga Swiatek's serve, walking over and doing the ball kid's job. That's right. She walks over while Iga Swiatek's about to serve and just moves the ball out the way, slowing up Iga Swiatek's serve, trying to get into her brain some of that mental competitiveness. But also, automatic replay system here. They're not changing any calls. You just see when Iga Swiatek practically hit an ace. Barbora challenged it. Iga Swiatek looked back at her. Iga walked to her tower and looked back like, are you serious? You're challenging that? Ooh, factor in the fact that Barbora is just winning most of these exchanges in these rallies. Iga's getting a little frustrated. And listen, guys, after Barbora starts the second set with another break, that awkward moment when you have to pass each other to get to your bench? Iga starts to jog right when they were about to meet at the net. That tells me that Barbora's in her head, ladies and gentlemen. And Iga Swiatek, that is not good. As we go back to the younger version of Iga Swiatek before the French Open Championship, that's right, guys. We talked about bringing on a mental coach because we saw these things early on in their career. And right now, it looks like Iga Swiatek is mentally bothered. My personal opinion, I think if Iga Swiatek's going to come back and win this match, as she's down a set and a break, she's got to use the width of the court. She cannot play vertical tennis with Barbora. Barbora is too good. She's playing chess. She absorbs all of the pace Iga Swiatek has. And quite frankly, it becomes a rally where Iga has to take a little bit more risk. She's got to gamble a little more, and she's got to make shots that are very difficult to make. I do feel, though, even though Barbora's footwork is not that great, I've talked about this in the past, the way she closes out is great, but the pace that she absorbs from her opponent gives her extra time to close out and return and take control of the rally. I do think Iga Swiatek, she's got to use the width of the court. I think that's the only way she's going to beat Barbora. She's got to play wide tennis. She cannot play deep tennis. It's just not going to work. Barbora's angles are too good. She steps up too great. But I want to take a look as Barbora's up a set and a break, the first set statistics. And I love the Jordan fist pump. She's yelling. She's screaming. She's on her feet. And Iga's rattled, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the first set statistics. Now, the WTA statistics that they present during the match, they're not as complete. I'd like to take a deep dive, right? I want to take a look at the return points. Iga Swiatek, I talked about pre-match, how Iga Swiatek, she wins about 48% of her return points. Right now, she's only winning 22% of her first return points and 38% of the second return points, while Barbora is beating her in both categories, winning 33% of her first return points and 65% of her second return points. Simply put, Barbora is defending a lot better than Iga, and a lot of that is her ability to take the fastball and redirect it. Yes, guys, you take a look at the unforced errors, 19 unforced errors to 11. 8 more errors out of Iga Swiatek, and they're starting to pile up more as Iga now live real time has 22 unforced errors. Barbora's winning about 80% of her first serves, while Iga Swiatek 67%. Iga Swiatek is losing 65% of her second serves, and somebody call 911 because Iga Swiatek is in trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Tennis in a minute. Get your popcorn. We have an official upset alert.